Our fans, welcome back to another match preview episode on the Stevenage Football Club podcast. Really quickly, a massive hello to all of you that are watching on YouTube, and a massive hello to all of you that are listening to on all the Audible, Spotify, etc. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Eighth match of the season on Saturday. The season is absolutely flying by. Oh my God. I remember when it was Spain and we still had like 2 weeks and we were all like little kids and it was just like, oh my God, it's coming around quickly. And then all of a sudden we've nearly done 10 matches. Absolutely fantastic. But in our eighth match on Saturday, we do host Exeter City at the Lamex in League One, a massive game for both sides. Exeter City currently in 16th place and us currently in 4th, a massive game for both teams. And because it is Exeter City, we had to get him back on. Our good pal, Jon Beer, Exeter City fan, and also features on the You Don't Know What You're Doing podcast. Jon, how are you, mate?
I'm good. Personal life is great. We spoke a little bit before. Footballing life, not so great, but I'm sure we'll get into that.
Oh, mate, I absolutely love that. We were just chatting, weren't we? Just, yeah, you'll be fine, mate. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I think we will be fine. I agree with you, but right now it's just a little bit too up and down for my heart rate's liking. To be honest, it's just like we play well 1 week, crap 1 week, well 1 week, crap 1 week, and we just want to get a little bit of consistency in there, please.
Yeah, mate, that's what football's all about. Again, at the end, we were giggling off. I really hope Exeter stay up because I miss the imp, mate. I miss it.
Impy is like, it's top 5, if not top 3 Weatherspoons in the country, mate. It's unbelievable. If you're a Borough fan and you come to our place this season, you've got to get yourself down there. It's actually so good.
I love that. Can I ask a question actually about the city, right? Because I know that you're not currently living in Exeter at the minute. No. So kind of what are like the main, well, the good places in Exeter? I know the Impies, obviously, but what's like the establishments that?
God, that's a good question. I think it depends who you ask. I think for people my age, like maybe a little bit younger, like the nightclubs, like Timepiece is a really good place to go. If you want like a good sports bar, Castle Street is unbelievable, right by Timepiece. It's sort of just off the high street. You got Fever. I don't know if it's still called that. That's another good nightclub.
God, yeah, I know Fever.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, Fever can be very hit or miss. It can either be the best night ever or it can be terrible. But it's always a good place to go on a weekend. It's a big uni city, so you've often got quite a good amount of students there, which is pretty good.
Do you know what I love about Exeter, right? So I remember, oh God, I'm going back a few years ago. It was the season that we were used to seeing. It was that period where we were just crap for 2 years. Well, no, probably longer, 3-4 years.
Yeah.
And I remember it was Steve Evans' first match for us. So it was like his very first game. It was that season, mate, honestly, when he kept us up.
Yeah.
And we played at your place and we lost 2-1. And I remember we went out that night to one of those sports, but I feel like we went to the castle one that you said.
Castle Street, yeah. Good place.
Where we went up and there was pool tables and
tables and screens all over the walls. Yeah.
That's it. And we were in there speaking to some Exeter fans, and they were going, "Oh, you did quite well today, actually. Do you think you'll stay up?" And we were a little bit like, "Oh man, it's like the last roll of the dice." And obviously, that season, you guys went on and got automatically promoted in second place, right?
Yeah.
And I use this story a lot. If someone would have said to me in that Castle sports bar, I would have tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Yeah, so by the way, fellas, you'll stay up and you'll do what Exeter City have done this season, next season."
Yeah.
Mate, I would have cried. I would have been like, "There's no way we're doing what Exeter have done, but for us next season."
Yeah.
I always remember that. Always.
It's weird. Whenever you seem to come to our place, we seem to like beat you. I think we beat you. We beat you a couple of seasons. We beat you like the last 3 times. We beat you once from where your keeper smacked it into our player and he just knocked it in. We obviously beat you that season in League Two, and then we beat you last season when Kamari Doyle scored, and we were absolutely brilliant that day. So I don't know what it is, but we always seem to do terrible at your place, and you seem to do terrible at our place.
Oh, mate, just give us a win at your place this season. We got you January. We'll all be at the inn.
But yeah. We'll trade wins. You give us a win this weekend, and you can have one at our place.
I love that. We'll take that. At least we both know we're definitely getting 3 points. At least
exactly. Yeah, we'll split the evens. Yeah, split the winnings.
I love that so much. Jon, so Exeter City, mate. Crazy stuff. Really quickly, obviously going into this season, the preparations in the summer, how were they? How was the recruitment, and all of your kind of preparations kind of building up to this season?
Yeah, we had quite a big sort of overhaul. Not in terms of like not that we necessarily needed it, but we had quite a few players leave. We had one of our most talented players, well, young players, Jake Richards, leave, who went to Luton. So we did need to sort of bulk out the squad a little bit. And even at the start of this season, we lost to Doncaster away on the opening day, and you could sort of tell early that we brought on an 18-year-old, a 17-year-old, and an 18-year-old off the bench, and we just sort of knew then that we needed to really bulk out the squad. But it's been good. I think we've had some really nice additions. We've got a brilliant loanee from the Premier League, Ethan Brearley from Brentford, who's been brilliant. Got some really good free. Well, technically it wasn't a free transfer, but we got Doyle Hayes, who you guys will see on the weekend. Brilliant, brilliant holding midfielder. Those two are just so good. And actually, in a lot of the games we've played in, as a result of our recruitment, we've actually dominated in midfield really well. It's those other two thirds that we're struggling, and we can't seem to defend very well. And we either score loads or don't score at all. So very inconsistent, but very busy summer. I think we had 11, 12 new players. So bit of an overhaul, and not needed, but needed as a result of people moving on and sort of people coming to the end of their contracts and stuff like that. We'd lost a couple of players, like Caleb Watts went to Plymouth, obviously a big talking point of the summer for us. So yeah, big overhaul, but one that was very welcome, and I think will hopefully stand us in good stead in the long run.
So obviously the season so far, 8 matches. I've got the form in front of me in the
Yeah.
table. 8 matches, 3 wins, 0 draws, 5 defeats, 9 goals scored, and 9 goals conceded. So kind of the same on the goals, the output, and also going in the back of the net yourselves. Talk us through it, mate. I can see that it's a decent-ish start, but obviously you'd love to be higher.
Yeah, it's an all right start. I think we are where we'll probably finish the season. I think we'll probably be in around 17th, 18th, maybe 15th, whatever it may be. I think we'll be in and around there. I don't think we're going to be world beaters by any means this season. The worst thing is I think we do have the sort of a core of really good players. I think what's going to let us down is our depth. And we seem to be, and I know I hate when people say this on other pods, but I genuinely can't stress enough. We're so unlucky with injuries. Our best two centre backs are out injured. They played actually last night in the Virtue Trophy, which is good because they've got 60 minutes. Both of them came through unscathed, which is great. So the squad is in a good place and only getting stronger, but it's just been so inconsistent. We absolutely battered Blackpool, absolutely battered Peterborough, and then gave Rotherham and Port Vale their first 2 wins of the season. So really, really frustrating start. Um, like I said before, it's a couple of games really took us by surprise with how lacking in depth we were. So we came that right down to the wire. Brought in some brilliant additions on deadline day. We brought Mendes Gomez in from Bolton, which I think is a brilliant addition. But again, he's made of glass. So he came in, played one game, picked up a little knock. So it's just very, very frustrating. He only played sort of 30 minutes at that game at Rotherham, if that, 20 minutes, and picked up a little knock. So really, really frustrating. But we actually have some really talented players, which is the most frustrating part. Because I think if we can keep them fit and get them on the pitch, we'll be picking up more positive results rather than the negative ones.
What's the style been like under a Caldwell this season? Has it
Well,
changed given the massive overhaul, have you said, or is it pretty similar to what you've seen?
it's been exactly the same. I think I don't know whether it's just us as a club or I'd imagine it's everywhere, but our fan base is so divided at times over his style of play. I
Mm.
think there's people that love the way we play. We're very on the floor, play out from the back, try and split the thirds through the sixes, sort of split those passing lanes, and then get the ball into wide areas for people to sort of cut back. And the traditional way of playing nowadays, where you get to the byline and cut it back. You see loads of Premier League sides do it. Man City scored from it at the weekend, so we're trying to play Premier League football, if you like, but not on Premier League pitches and not with Premier League players. So it does definitely divide opinion. I love the way we play. I love the way we build up. I love the fact that no matter what, Joe Whitworth is going to play it out to the right or left centre back every single time. But
Yeah.
the fan base has been very, very split. There's been a lot of negativity in the games. This weekend, we played Port Vale at home, booing. We conceded in the fourth minute from a mistake, trying to play out the back. So yeah, it's been very, very split. But I'm personally in favour of the way Gary plays. I love it, but Yeah, I think it's getting to the point where people are questioning whether this team can actually play out from the back the way that Gary wants to.
So I've just got your results up, actually. I've just been having a look. 3-0 against Peterborough, 1-0 against Wickham
Yeah.
as well. A decent little win there. I mean, is there any fear that you're going to be down there fighting? I mean, it seems that what I mean is there's a similar trend where you've been beating some of those sides that are right down there. So it suggests you're above that pack, if you get what I mean. Do you believe that you'll be kind of safe from that kind of bottom four?
Yeah, it's funny. If you'd asked me at full time on Saturday, I probably would have said no. But when you have a little bit of time to think and reflect on where the squad is, like I said, we still got some of our best players to come back from injury. Some of our best players, I don't think we've seen even a percent of what they can do. I mean, Jaden Wareham looks like a brilliant little addition, but has struggled at times playing with two up top, adapting to that new Gary's sort of trying to play two strikers when he can and when they're both fit and available. So yeah, I don't think we'll be in the relegation zone, but you just never know. You can with historically in every season we've had in League One had a very tricky winter period. We actually on our pod we call it the dark winter months because you can just basically write it off. It's going to be depressing because I mean the first season in League One or the second season I can't remember which one it was. We went 100 days without a win. So and Gary kept. I mean they kept the faith in Gary and he still had his job after that, which not a lot of managers would have survived by the way. So yeah, I think we'll be okay, but I just don't want to, jinx it or say that because it's going to come back to bite me on the backside, maybe.
Do you know what? I hate stats like that. So haven't won for 100 days. We had it like 4 years ago. I hate this statistic so much. But there was a season again when we were useless, and it was we had more managers than wins. Like those statistics, mate. Honestly,
That's a bad one, isn't it?
this season we had like what was it, 4 managers and like 2 wins, 3 wins. Seriously. So when you hear stats like, we didn't get a win for 100 days, just think, how? Do you know what I mean? There's some of those
Yeah.
statistics.
I mean, it was crazy. We went on we beat Wickham at home on Boxing Day or something or Christmas. I can't remember. Yeah, it must have been Boxing Day. And we just absolutely fluked the 1-0 win, and all of a sudden our season just picked up again. So like it's just crazy how football works. So like that's why I try not to get too carried away with people are really upset with our form and the way the style of play we're trying to play. And I just think it's kept us in League One for this long. We've got we have the smallest budget in the division this year. Like it's going to be a slog. We've every year outperformed place where we should be in the division by 4 or 5 positions. The only team to do better than us in that statistic where they outperformed their budget was Lincoln. So I mean, and they've been absolutely flying the last couple of seasons. So I think we'll be fine. I'd have full faith in Gary and the playing staff, but I think that'll probably get me a few pelters on socials.
Absolutely love that. Let's talk about the team then. I know that you've mentioned there that you've had a bit of a hit injury list, let's say, and I just hate injuries when they happen to your big players.
It's frustrating.
It's so frustrating. Who have been the standouts so far this season? Who's even been the players that haven't performed to the level that you thought they would?
Yeah, so a couple of the boys in the back line probably could have had better performances this season. And not to say they've been horrendous, but I just think we've been so inconsistent. Some games, like I said before, we've looked brilliant at the back and we kept a clean sheet against Peterborough, didn't look like conceding at all. And then we go to Rotherham and every attack I felt they were going to score from. So like Jack Fitzwater struggled a little bit as the central centre half. It's probably not his best position, but he's having to play there because I mean, we brought in a loanee from Villa, Sil Svinkels, who's very highly rated. He got injured. He's just come back from some treatment at Villa, so hopefully he'll be available for selection against you lot. So him in central centre half, he's a brilliant defender, puts his body on the line. I just don't think he can play as that central defender. So he'd be one of the ones I'd say is underperforming. But I'd actually say overall we've had more positive performers than negative performers. I think we've got Jack Aitchen, who's a brilliant number 10. Had some things going off the pitch last season, just become a father, which can. I spoke to a few people at the club, and they said that can sometimes affect a player really positively, and they go on to be even better. And sometimes, just being a father takes its toll on you, and you're not fully focused on the pitch. So he's felt like a new signing. He's been brilliant. Ilmari Niskanen, our wing back, Finnish international. Similar story to what you're saying when we were off air, but last season he played at Wembley against England, and he was marking Bukayo Saka as his counterpart. So,
Oh my God.
he's similar to what Jamie Reid is having it playing against Rudiger.
Yeah.
These players get to have these unbelievable experiences.
Wow. That's unbelievable.
And he's been so much better. Again, his level's just been going up and up and up, and he's been great. And I think for me, the two sixes as well, which you guys will hopefully see. I'm sure they'll play if they're fit. Ethan Brearley and Jake Doyle-Hayes, absolutely brilliant. Such good midfielders, and I think they're let down sometimes by some of the players that they're splitting lines to. Because when they do split the lines, they get it out wide or play it into the 2-10s to turn. They're brilliant. It's just sometimes doesn't work for other reasons. But yeah, those would be the ones that I would say have been my standouts.
So kind of what we've taken out there then is it's definitely 1,000,000% going to be a Finland v Northern Ireland World Cup final. Is that what we're
exactly? Yeah.
And Jamie Reid on the same pitch. I mean, it's got to happen. Surely.
Ilmari Niskanen versus Jamie Reid in a 1v1 in the World Cup final.
Could you imagine the people watching that going, who are these? Like,
who do they play for? And who are they?
Exeter and Stevenage. Like, what are we watching here in America? Do you know what I mean? That's unreal.
Yeah. It's just crazy how the players get to have moments like that. And I actually spoke to him at the training ground a couple of weeks ago, just before the season started. And I asked him about that. And he was like, the game actually feels slower. The players' movements are quicker, but the game actually feels slower because there's less mistakes and it's less erratic. And it was just, he told this fascinating story. And I just think that must be invaluable experience. And he was speaking to me and he got all disheartened. He was like, I didn't play very well. I went, you play against one of the best wingers in the Premier League. I don't think that's anything to be too upset about.
It's unbelievable. Do you know, we've had something similar with Reedy, right? Reedy, because he's unbelievable start to the season, called up for Northern Ireland. And it was really weird watching him on the telly. It was like he played against Luxembourg and scored in the first 5 minutes. I went mad, by the way. Oh my goodness. But I was shouting as my partner. He scored.
As you should.
Oh, but Amy's sitting down there like, oh, what's he on about again? Jamie Reid, you know. And
marry him then.
Literally. And he played against Germany, against Rudiger. And at the match against Mansfield on Saturday's first game back, one of the guys, people watching the players get off the coach, and one of the guys said, oh, Jamie, like, what was it like? What was it like? You know, played in front of 50,000 people. You had Mats Hummels watching the game. Like, what was it like? And he was like, yeah, it's just a game of football. And I was just like, surely it's, do you know what I mean?
You've got to have that mentality, haven't you? It's crazy. I think you do have to have that attitude. You've just got to go, it's another game of football. I can only play what's in front of me. I'm good enough to be here. Sort of, you've got to have that belief. But it's easier said than done, isn't it?
It's mental. It's just the way that he was like, we were like, you know, he played in front of 55,000 people. And he was like, oh, yeah, I didn't really notice it, really. It was just like, wow, okay. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's crazy. He's definitely one of the ones that got away from us. Not something that we often let ourselves down on our academy prospects, but he definitely was one that we let get away.
Oh, mate, honestly. We've had it with a few. Who else did it? Was it Torquay or... I was having a chat with someone about it recently. They were saying, oh, we wish we'd have... I think it was Torquay United. He was there.
Yeah, Torquay was that. Yeah.
Torquay was that, similar there. I was going to ask you about Reedy because obviously, when was he with Exeter? Was it 2014?
It was quite a while. He should have scored a hat-trick on his debut. You know, I was at Wimbledon away on his debut, and he had a goal disallowed for offside. A player had run across the keeper's eye line. The ball had gone into... He curled one to the back of the net. Like, lovely little finish. Just this raw youngster just burst onto the scene, completely out of the blue, scored 2, whipped it in for his hat-trick, and the players ran across the keeper's eye line, and the liner's flagged for offside. And the player that ran across wasn't offside, so he should have had a hat-trick on his professional league debut, which is great, or first full start, it might have been. But yeah, one that I think at a younger age might have had some attitude problems or just wasn't liked by the manager at the time and just got released and no one thought anything of it. And then he started lighting things up in the National League South with Torquay, and he's just gone on leaps and bounds since.
Yeah, do you know what? There's a funny video. If anyone wants to go and get an insight into what Jamie Reid is like as a person, our club Twitter account just released a really funny video with some of the players. And anybody that wants to go and watch it and have a look, go on it because it has his personality in line. But he's, bless him, he won't mind me saying this. Reedy is such a lovely guy. He's a top man, but he can have his really dumb moments. He comes out, honestly, Johnny, he comes out with the most randomest, dumbest stuff. And if you want to go and watch what he's like in person, go and watch that video on the Stevenage Football Club Twitter. It's like a name pronunciation. And they're like saying to him, like say your name, like Jamie Reid, then they were saying say it slowly. So, Jamie Reid, stuff like that. So he said his name, Jamie Reid. And then they were like, right, now say it slowly. And he went, Jamiereid. And they were like, no, say it slowly. So he did it again. They were like, no, you're spelling your name. Say your name. And he was like, oh, I thought you said spell it. Like, what? Honestly, it's so funny. It's
That's
so
good. I don't mind things like that. I think that's brilliant. I think a little bit of character, a little bit of personality. He seems like the type of person who could probably take it on the chin as well. So yeah, like top. And obviously, so long as he's delivering on the pitch, it doesn't really matter what he's like off it.
100%. With those 5 goals, we're like, really, we'll roll out the red carpet for him.
He's
Literally.
flying, isn't he? He can't stop scoring.
Flying, mate, honestly. The game Saturday then. God, it's a big one, really, for both teams. I know, obviously, it's still early in the season, but 9th game for yourselves, 8th for us. How do you kind of look at the game this coming Saturday? I mean, it'd be massive for your team to get a result, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't been brilliant away from home over the course of the season, but we did pick up that win away at Wickham, which I thought showed a lot of grit, determination. It was an own goal that ended up sealing the game, but to go to Wickham, and despite how they've started, whatever you want to say about their start to the season, there's a brilliant side in there, brilliant players in that starting 11. So to go there and be as resilient as we were was great. If we could show even, sort of 60-70% of that resilience against you guys, then you give yourself a chance. I think that's been the problem with ourselves. We've shot ourselves in the foot a couple of times. The Rotherham goal we conceded a couple of weeks ago was a mistake. 2 mistakes, which gave Port Vale a goal in the 4th minute and another one just before half time, which you just got a mountain to climb. So I think if you give yourself a chance, if we go there, we set up correctly, we defend as we can do and as resolutely as we have shown at times this season, I think we've got a chance. I think our squad, and I know people will probably laugh at this, is good enough of beating anyone on its day. It's just about getting some consistency and trying to cut out those mistakes. But when we play football, I mean, you said it yourself, some of the goals we've scored this season, we've ripped teams apart. And that's where the frustration, I think, lies with fans and other people, is that how can you be so good and how can you play such brilliant football one week and next week you can't pass it 5 yards to your number 6. So I think if we go and we show up like we have done against Blackpool and Peterborough, we'll give you a good run for your money.
So score prediction, John, what are you going for, mate?
You know what? I'm going to go. I'll go 1-1. I'll take a point. I'd absolutely take a point. I think we'll score, and I'd absolutely take a point. But I can't imagine a world where Jamie Reid doesn't score against us on
I hate to say it, and I love you. I love Reedy. I feel Reedy's going to score.
Oh, he maybe even a couple, to be honest.
Did you about what? Another brace? He's got a couple of braces this season.
Yeah. He got one on the opening day, didn't he?
He did. He got one against Blackpool, and then moment of the season, right? We were at Port Vale, and we'd won 3 matches in a row. There's me crying like a little kid, going, "My favourite team! It's our most important season." And we went to Port Vale, and it was probably the first match this season where we hadn't been at our best, but we still played well in the game. We had chances to score, and we were 1-0. We were losing 1-0, and Reedy scored an equaliser. It was like 89th minute.
I think I saw the highlights for this.
Mate, there's me on the camera down the front in my red hat on, and he scored 1-1. And literally after that, we were like, brilliant, got a point. And then in typical Jamie Reid fashion, 1 minute later, he went touch, bang, goal, 2-1. And mate, the limbs. Oh my God. And it was moment of the season, and it kept us top, and had 4 wins from 4. And it was just, he's so typical for doing stuff like that, Jamie Reid.
No, that is class. And like I said to you before, you guys have got such a good squad, and like you said, it's gone so under the radar, the squad you've put together. And I think you will be up and around those playoff spots, guaranteed, come the end of the season. Just got to hope that the League One curse of injuries doesn't strike hard on you lot this season.
I'm prime, because again, my favourite team. I've never believed in a team as much as this. I so hope they stay there. We get to the end of October, and it's like we're still there. And who knows, Exeter will probably be with us, mate. They'll probably be, No,
I can't imagine a world where that's the case. But I mean, I was looking at your bench for your last league game against Wickham. To have someone like Phoenix Patterson not even better get into the starting 11 says a lot about how either well the players are playing around him or how good they are in general.
Oh, mate, what a player, by the way. What a player. He's been we saw it in the preparation period in the summer. We were like, wow, I remember watching him. We beat Bishop Stortford 8-1 in a friendly. And I was watching on left, and I was thinking, oh my God, he's unbelievable. He's going to have to play. And he played really well in Spain against Swansea. And then he played a couple at the start. And then he played at Huddersfield. We were in a top of the table clash. And in the last 30 minutes, he was unbelievable. Like Huddersfield couldn't get near him. And I was thinking, Jesus Christ, players playing this well against Huddersfield away. And since then, unbelievable.
Yeah, I was saying to you before. I watched them play a couple of seasons ago against us when Fleetwood had that. They went down with such a good squad. They had Promise on a Cherry up front.
Is it Brendan Wiredu as well?
Yeah, Wiredu, Phoenix Patterson. They had a really good squad, and then I just think maybe a set of bad managers, whatever it was. But I remember watching him playing that team. I thought, who's this young chap who's just. He had Phoenix on his back, 44,
yeah,
40.
44, yeah.
I was like, yeah, he's got a bit, and I thought. Well, you should have a look at him if they go down, but obviously, I think he played a season in League Two after that, didn't he?
I think he did. Yeah, I can't remember who he played for.
No, I think he stayed at Fleetwood, didn't he?
He did. He did.
He had a season at Fleetwood, yeah.
Picked him up from League Two. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
So crazy the fact that he got another season in League Two. I don't know what his numbers were like last season, but I think that's such a brilliant addition. And then on top of that, he can't even get in the squad at the moment. Gassana Hadme.
Oh, mate, the gas man. He's cooking. He's cooking, mate. Although he did miss a sitter at Mansfield Saturday to win us the game, and we were like, yo, no.
Yeah, well, mate, I watched him play for Cambridge last season. He was their only good player.
Yeah.
Only good player they had. And he scored against us that day. So,
he's
got a really good little squad. And I think he'll be right up there. Dan Butler can't get in the squad. I mean, what a player he is.
Yeah. It's one of these things. My co-host and my mate Anne on our pod said something so brilliant last week, and I've nicked his saying for the last week. And it was after we beat Wimbledon in the trophy 5-1, and he said the special thing. Well, one of the special things about this team is you could literally split the squad and go starting 11, and both teams would win. And I was like, oh my God, because at Wimbledon. That's what we did. We literally rested all the players that have played a lot and went to the Gassana Hadmays, the Dan Sweeneys, right, here, go and play. And we were watching the game. Phoenix played and scored 2. And, like, honestly, the right back forgot what his name was for 6 minutes. That bamboozled.
Chasing his tail.
Mate, literally. And we literally sat there that game. We were like, if this team played in the league, we'd be confident we could get a couple of wins, mate. Do you know what I mean? Like that. So I think, and hit the kind of nail on the head almost.
I think you mentioned it there as well, which is so important. Like, belief, I think, goes just so far at this level. Like, I think one of the problems we've had this season is that I don't feel as though the players fully believe or trust each other, or there's that full cohesion yet. If you've got a team with the kind of quality you've got and a bit of belief and maybe, I don't know what Ravel's like as a manager, but like maybe a tactically apt manager, all of a sudden you've got a little melting pot for like, let's go and have it. Let's go be the underdogs. Let's go smash some people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. And the thing is with this league, there's room for that because it's a very open division, isn't it? I mean, nobody had Cardiff potentially doing the things they're doing straight away. Nobody had Bradford up there. Well,
definitely not.
There, it seems a really open league. Obviously, Luton are in 9th. They haven't had a great start. So if you've got that set up and that management team, there's room to do well.
There's room. There's so much room to be the underdogs. I think Orient were it last season, weren't they? They went and just went. They just said, "All right, we're gonna go." They had a crap first half of the season, and after that, they went, "All right, let's go for it," and they just turned it on, and no one could beat them. And they got all the way to the playoff final, but knocked out Stockport, and it's like, so there is definitely room for. Like you said, an underdog or someone to go and smash the big boys, but also room for, like, if you have a bad start, you can always pick it back up, and it's never really over till it's properly over. And I know that's such a crap cliche, but it's so true. Like, Orient fans last season must have been thinking, oh my God, we're looking down and out, or looking like we're not doing that great, and then bang, into the playoffs. So Lincoln very similar as well. Didn't set the world alight, then we're flying up the league, no one could beat them. So let's not get too carried away with, for yourselves, don't want to get too carried away being at the top, although that is hard. And
it's so difficult, especially for me as well. It's like the guy that just can't hold it in, you know what I mean?
Bursting at the seams to be excited, yeah.
Oh, mate, I love that. Jon, thanks so much for hopping on, mate. Just to end the pod, something we're doing actually with all our match preview episodes, good little bit of fun. We're doing a little bit of a prediction competition, right? So the winner of the prediction competition will win a gift from the Stevenage Football Club podcast. I mean,
oh, lovely.
hey, it could be a signed Exeter shirt. It could be. I don't know.
Hey, we got a budget now. This is nice. Here we go.
Well, mate, we're kind of trying to climb that ladder now. You know what I mean?
Nice, very nice.
So basically, the prediction competition is you've got to predict your own team's finish, and then you've got to predict our team's finish. And the person who can get either the correct prediction or the closest correct prediction of both sides simultaneously will win the competition. So
what a game that is,
mate. So I'm going to ask your Exeter City finish and Stevenage finish for this season, buddy.
Do you know what? I'm going to do something that's probably unheard of in this game.
I'm excited.
We're going to finish exactly where we are now, and you're going to finish exactly where you are now.
Stop it. No way.
Yeah, that's my prediction. I think we'll be 16th and you'll be 4th.
Oh, mate, I'd cry. If we were in 4th, made the playoffs, I wouldn't stop smiling.
If you finish 4th and we finish 16th, I want a video from you crying.
Mate, I tell you what, deal, and all watching this podcast right now can be the witness. If you finish 16th and we finish 4th, I will send you. How do you want it? Private DM or...
Yeah, just DM it to me, or you could tweet it publicly if you like. If you feel confident enough to post the tears publicly, let's do that.
And do you know the mad thing as well? I'll probably be in tears before the game ends. Like if I see us fall
at the ground.
Yeah, at the ground. The game's still going on. I can't believe I was. You know that's going to happen 1,000,000%.
Oh, if that happens, that is going to be the best thing ever.
Mate, I'm back in it now. Well, look, you guys, you heard Jon, 16th and 4th. What are we doing there? Dear, mate. Jon, really quickly, buddy, where can everybody go and follow you on the socials and the podcast as well at Exeter?
Yeah, you can check out the pod. It's a little bit more of a relaxed take on football. We try and talk about all sorts of different things, not just football. Football is the core of it, but we try and take a little bit more of a light-hearted approach because, there's more to life than football sometimes. So, yeah, you can check it out. You don't know what you're doing, wherever you listen to your podcasts and all that good stuff. And, enjoy it.
Absolutely love that. Well, look, Borough fans, please go and follow the platforms on Twitter. I'll drop the link in the thread so you can go and give those a follow and go and give the podcast a listen. It's very funny. I do like the, is it match reaction as well?
Yeah, David's match reactions there. They do brilliantly because all the players watch them. So all the players are in on them now. So, Gary... Oh, Gaffer, he absolutely he loves them, lives off them. He's playing him in the changing rooms a lot. It's brilliant. So it's good. It's so good. So good.
Look, Borough fans, go and keep an eye out for that for our match reaction on Saturday. That'll be good fun to have a little listen. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to our match preview episode on the Stevenage Football Club podcast. We'll be back on Sunday reacting to the result against Exeter City, and then we will be looking ahead to the big game away at Leighton Orient, 12:30 kickoff on Sky Sports, that one. So that's going to be very interesting. I feel like we always play them on Sky Sports. Know what's going on. And
it's a little bit of a derby, isn't it?
Oh, mate, it is now. It is the Queen derby. It's just, and we always play them at 12:30 or a different kickoff for the last 3 years.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah, no, we will be hopefully building up to that game next week. Guys, thank you so much. Go and give us a like and a subscribe on YouTube and give us a like on our Audibles. We'll be back Sunday at this time, guys. As always, you've been listening to the Stevenage Football Club podcast.